What's going on, fellas? Today I want to share with you guys this flux core welding wire from US Forge, a product of Messer MG Welding Products. And the reason I'm showing you this stuff is because it's American made. First of all, I got this at Menards. I'll try and leave a link in the description for this stuff, and I want to share it with you because I'm done with Lincoln wire. I will never use Lincoln electric wire again, and I'm going to show you a couple of reasons why. Now, I'm not going to do any of the acid tests or anything like that, because even if I did, you guys would still have to trust me. So I could easily fake those. So it's a trust system regardless. So I'm not going to waste our time with an acid test everyone's done, but I want to show you a couple of things about these two wires that you're going to want to know before you ever purchase another roll of Lincoln wire. I will never do it again. First off, I want to show you is the specimens. I have a specimen of each wire here, and I want you to guess which wire is the American wire and which wire is the Lincoln wire. The one I just threw down and discussed was obviously the Lincoln wire. I have another piece of each. Lincoln. Even the color of the wire has a better metal look. You can't break it. I don't know about you, but that tells me that the weld material is going to be less fragile. Okay, there may be some specifications on this spool that would be the obvious reason. Regardless of that, I don't care. Pretty sure these are both multi-pass. Now let's get to the most important attribute of why I'll never buy this wire again. Okay guys, so one more thing that might slip by the average Joe, bless his heart, is there's something else going on with these spools. I'll give the better half a second to figure it out. What kind of marketing bullcrap do you see going on right here? Now bear in mind, I tore the labels off of the Lincoln wire. I didn't tear the label off this one. I'm just going to go ahead and head into it. You see how I can't even get my finger in this gap? That's because this spool is solid wire. From here to here, it's all wire. This one here, you get about that much. There's literally twice as much wire in there. Look at that. You see that right there? The wire is all the way down to just above this. So they're like tricking you. I can't remember if this side had a label on it or not. I think it did, like some kind of wrapper label. So when you picked it up, you couldn't see that. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking there was something blocking that. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll update that in the comment section for you. But I'm pretty sure when I unwrapped this, there was something also covering that up. But with this spool, you're getting a brick, man. This is one solid, heavy spool of wire. I'm not sure what type of rat's nest is going to take place towards the end as a result of that, but that's definitely a big, hefty chunk of American metal right there. So one more thing to consider with the American made is that you're getting a better deal. I know it costs more. This one probably costs twice this, but you get twice the metal. I don't remember the exact price. I'll double check that. It's probably going to change depending on where you're at, but I'll try and find those prices and put it here on the screen. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't tell. It says 2 pounds right there, and I don't know what this one was rated at. I'll have to check, but I suppose by looking at that you could be an informed buyer. But when you're looking at prices, look at the weight of the spool. Don't just look at the price, because you might thinking you're scoring a hot deal on some Lincoln wire and you can only run 20 foot of bead with it, versus who knows how much with this. I'm totally spouting off at the mouth there. I have no idea how many feet you could run with this. I do not know the answer to that. If you do, you are awesome, and you should share that with the rest of us and quit holding all these secrets in, man. Okay guys, now because of the way the wire was spooled on the Lincoln electric roll, I was forced to put it on what I would consider to be backwards. Most of the time this fat back is towards the other direction. And you can see how tight that is. You were getting this stop stick action. the motor's going wah, 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 doing all this, and that was turning up in my weld. My arc position's doing this, up and down, and it's jammed. It won't spin. If you put it on the other way, it will. That's how it should roll. Okay, but because it was spooled backwards, I found myself wondering what the hell's going on with my drive mechanism. It confused me. It caused a huge issue. I have a video on that as well. There was some other issues with me being an idiot involved, but for the most part, it turns out it was this Lincoln wire, which, as we just seen, is some brittle crap. Now let's put this roll of wire back on there. And as you can see, very smooth spin. You're going to get a consistent wire feed speed with that. This is the roll that came with it. You can see it's also very robust. Really nice spin to it, almost regardless of which way you put it on. Okay, now because of the way this rolls, this is a Lincoln Electric welder, by the way. I'll also leave a link in the description for this, because I think you should buy one of these before you go out and buy one of those Harbor Freight AC pieces of crap. Go watch a few videos on the difference between AC and DC machines, and you'll understand why an AC machine is junk. AC machines do not penetrate, guys. You're not getting any penetration hardly at all. They're pretty much ornamental welds. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of welds of this metal, and I got a couple other things I was going to tell you, but for the most part, Lincoln Electric wire is a no-go for me. I'll never buy it again. The welders are mediocre. They're a mid-grade welder in my opinion, because this wire feed is so plastic and the motor to it's so small. I'll also leave a link in the description of what the inside of this thing looks like if you're interested, because the drive motor in this thing is way too small in my opinion. And that opinion was derived from the feed problems that a slightly tight coil can cause. I mean, had it a nice robust motor, I don't think I could probably just ran it without the clutch on there. But I don't know if you call it, I think that's just a tensioner, not a clutch. At any rate, that's my 2 cents. I do recommend this. Hell, I'll just show you the welds. This is the beads I was getting. Don't let my skills portray the welding wire in any way. I'm not a welder by any means. I thought that was some porosity there, but it's just a blob. So it's got some nice welds to it. I like the way that it welded. I wasn't in a very good welding position when I did this, but as far as how it flowed compared to the way it felt with the Lincoln wire, I think it even flows better than the Lincoln wire. One thing I can tell you, it has a huge amount of flux in it. I should have showed you what it looked like. I think I kind of like that though. It seems like it has twice the flux as the Lincoln wire did. I was getting a really nice flux coating. Some of these are the Lincoln Electric welds. But as you can see, I was having wire feed problems. I was changing speeds, trying to find a sweet spot that was never going to take place. It was just cutting out on me, doing all kinds of weird stuff. But yeah, I'm not into the Lincoln Electric welds much. This is the Lincoln Electric wire, I mean. And that was the .30 on both. So, way better welds in my opinion. But then again, the spool played into the quality of these big time. I'm not that bad of a welder. For crying out loud, a 4-year-old could pull that off. So that's my 2 cents. I just wanted to show you guys this because I'm definitely sticking with this. I was afraid of it for years. I'd looked at Menard's wire like it was junk, and then I just decided to change my mind on that. It does say made in America, so I'm going to try to keep them boys working over there at US Forge.